Alright, I'm back in Final Fantasy. We're currently in, where are we? New Gridania. Yeah. Well, we did some dungeons last time. It was a bit chaotic, but we got there. I think we just carry on with these quests. I'll probably try and do more of the job quests today, I think, because I'm lacking in them a bit. I don't really remember where we actually were in the story, I can't lie. Let's have a look, see if this will remind me. Welcome back, River. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deep Croft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Baderon's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Bowlord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. Or Bowlord, my bad. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Avery's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. The hell's with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and I'd be too soon. And it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing, right? For although this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avery's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Well, it's kind of weird. Don't leave me alone, please. I'm sorry, Avery. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much. At any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Uldar. He seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. Another dungeon, I think? It is an honor indeed to receive visitors from afar. As you may imagine, the 12s would... Okay, it was just taking a while, that wasn't actually the quest. My bad. So you're not adverse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes from us, from the Adventurers Guild in Uldar. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence you'll pull through unscathed. Now off you go, River, and good luck. Alright, let's go on the airship and go to Uldar. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called River Rocket by any chance? Mione sent the word that you be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Let's. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty. Another second under that sun, and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you'd be so kind. Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. So this winsome lass is the much-lauded adventurer, is she? Marvellous, marvellous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, milady. I'm Papashan, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Perhaps you'd like to appraise River on her mission. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatoncheires? Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Fawn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the barrier of rock, which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Fawn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of them, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mines, lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Moonfril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Can do. God bless you. I feared you might have your reservations, but I assure you it's for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines are Western Fanalan. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. He may behoove you to seek his counsel. Let's go and meet this chap then. And we're going... Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you've got skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatoncheires have left the place in a right state, and nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second UI dynasty was still, I don't know, was still young. And it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than we bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. No pressure then. Oh, I'm stuck on a chair. Right. Where do we need to go then? Need to go out that way. Okay, I decided to head over to the Aethernet thing. Aetherite, near the dungeon that we need to do, just so I can get here a bit easier next time if I need to. Alright, we made it. The Copperbell Mines. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the beast. I don't think that Papashan will be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside of the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Nice. Well, let's go. I think I should be able to do this with NPCs, yeah. Don't necessarily need to have real people to do it with. Tiny key. Do we need to pick it up? Oh yeah, we do. Okay. Okay. That's where we came from. My bad. What the fuck are they doing? Okay, jumping. It looks like they're stuck at the door. Bye bye. Guess I'll do it on my own. There they are. Fucking hell. slow it up, I guess. But how do we... Am I dumb? I am probably dumb. Do we, like, actually pick it up, or... Let's see. There we go. It does take a while when you're doing it with NPCs, doesn't it? Nice. Okay. Oh, we gotta do this like 3 more times. Jesus. There's a fire sand. Oh, that did drop the fire sand. Never mind. I'm silly. Big slime. this counts as reducing damage to me as well. Slaves no more. Free. Free. Feels wrong that I'm killing them. I'm just gonna put it out there. The masters must pay. Masters must die. Never again. Never. Why'd they go so far away? Well, that took a while. Grab this and head out. Nice. Did we actually get anything that I want? Standard goggles. They are better than what I currently have. What do they look like? Interesting. Let's turn those back off. Standard, whatever that says. Strength. Really know what's better out of those two. What one looks better? Well, I guess it doesn't really match anything else, but it was a bit better. No, none of these are particularly good either. Nah. I think we'll get a full set from our marauder training anyway. Alright, where do we need to go now? Back to order. I'm just gonna fucking teleport now. I'll be honest. Hello! Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Orda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It will do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. Oh. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. You... what rot? You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know? Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. Ew. Disgusting. But I ain't done nothing wrong. Well, that's my witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. And who the hell's are you? When you're at home, this dog's master? I'm a cat. I've had enough of this mama's farce. You lot, teach him a lesson. Alright, you're just fighting in the middle of the fucking town, I see. Oh wow, one hit. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you for ice over. Fuck. Passing out again. I need to stop doing this. I'd swear there were more refugees when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Aldar has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I'll be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff. It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Fenelon. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think Aldar was well on its way to recovery, but peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Madam, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten the defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Who did say that? Grr, I will overlook this. Just this once. God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Ever the selfless hero, I see. It's been a while, adventurer. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Laminsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. It is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes of your character. Yet, for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of the visions you experience. Visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which will greatly benefit for your support. You would agree to lend us your strength. We should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think on my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of Ffxiv is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Damn, we're going up in the world. Alright. We can still keep going with it. I kind of want to do this just so I can get the gear. So I think I am gonna just do this for a bit. The marauder quest, and then I'll carry on with the main scenario quests afterwards. This is me thinking on Ishtola's offer. Well, let's quickly get this while we're passing through. So you did for Violkin, for the Violkin. Every passer through owes you a debt of gratitude. Ffxiv is a vital stronghold. One of the Maelstrom would defend themselves had they the means. The fleet is spread too thin, which is why the Yellow Jackets have been called in, but our numbers are hardly inexhaustible, and your help goes a long way towards preserving the peace. Cool. Don't even remember what that was relating to be honest. Are these for the quest or are these for my book? That's for the quest. Nice. Alright. Welcome back, River. Your actions have saved many from needless injury and anguish. But though your efforts are to be commended, there is yet much work to be done. Kajuta, the object of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain have attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer for coin this season. Your duty is thus clear. Put down these rapacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. Alright. Where are we going for that then? Okay. Fuck it, yeah, let's just teleport there. Oh. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Kajuta's rampages. To face Kajuta himself, you yet require far more training, but do not despair, River. As Axemaster and fellow marauder, this I swear, I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon. Until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide and the most knotted muscle and the densest bone, this menace will fall by your hand. You may find yourself drawn to explore the possibilities offered by other disciplines and guilds. These distractions are inevitable and perhaps necessary, but I urge you to soon return to the path of the marauder. I do not wish your edge to dull, just as you begin to show such potential. Fare you well, River. Okay. None of this is better, is it? Nah, I'll just take that one. Nice. What does the armory do? You have now access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can now be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. Okay. There exists myriad of disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. Okay, yeah, I am just gonna do that. I also, what is this? Oh, well that's not useful now, is it? Okay, carry on. This is better. I see you have been diligent in your training. You need not tell me in words, it shows in your bearing, in your unwavering gaze. It is time for you, once more, to lift your axe in service to the guild. There have been reports of sizable creatures roaming the outskirts of Aleport in western La Noscia. This monster is no Khajiita, but the threat it presents to the locals is nonetheless sufficient to warrant our attention. It should also prove a worthy foe to test your burgeoning prowess. How to find this beast? Well, I'm fortunate enough to count among my acquaintances a veteran hunter and archer by the name of Reinfred. He took up residence in Aleport some years ago and will gladly aid you in this task. With Reinfred's assistance, you are to track down this prowling danger and provide it swift and bloody passage to the afterlife. May your axe swing true. Perfect. Let's get killing. Hello. Oh, the Wysion's girls, are ye? Why, I've known that sprat since he was knee-high. To tell her, well, he was always kind of a big fella. Was... Warrenson. And now they call him Axemaster, eh? Not a subtle lot, you marauders. So I suppose you're here to hunt down our local trouble. What you need to do then is take yourself northwest, up towards Camp Skull Valley, and give a good whistle. The mean bugger you're after, his name's Patrupaten, by the by, will come running across the weeded plains. He'll think you're trespassing on his territory, see? So you better have that cleaver of yours ready. Ostion's blessing be upon ye. I'm struggling to read names today. It's quite bad. I mean, I'm always struggling to read the names on this, but particularly today I just feel illiterate. Wow. Not exactly difficult. Oh, more than that. I've been in contact with Reinfred, and he had naught but praise for you, River. Your representation of the guild has been exemplary. There is one more task I would have you complete this day, a task that will demonstrate for you just how strong you have become. Report to Ffxiv, where he waits on the bank of the Aeglis River, and he shall help you unveil the untapped power of your axe. Okay, I don't actually know what that one is. over here. Hello. Aye, lass. I know why you're here. And after seeing this big old boulder, I'd wager you know why you're here too. Now, my rock's a bit more of a challenge than those pebbles you had where you were training on. To crack this beauty will require a relatively heavy swing. Impossible, you say? Why has your mother sent you out here if he didn't think you're capable? Okay. Wow. Ha! Would you look at that? And on your first attempt to, well, I guess it's back to the Axe Master for you. Hit all this way just to hit a rock? Fucking hell. I knew you would return before long. The deafening crack of shattering boulder reached me even here. This feat of strength deserves recognition, and you still have it in the form of a new technique. You should have it in the form of a new technique, adopted and perfected by our guild forebears. The tomahawk throw was first devised by pirates as an open attack on closing enemy vessels. Though we primarily focus on close quarter combat, you will no doubt find that having a powerful ranged strike at your disposal greatly expands your tactical versatility. I sense that the impending confrontation with Kujata weighs heavily on your mind, River, but hurried swings lead to glancing blows, and there is no swift road to attaining the peak of mastery you seek, only a steadied, measured ascent. I don't want any of these. Hell yeah. I think that means we can do, we can do another, Love Novice thing. We can get more of the gear, hopefully. Listen up, Novice! For this exercise, you'll learn to establish enmity with a ranged attack. In battle, your enemies won't care naught for fair. Roll into a pack of foes and you're asking to get swarmed. And your tomahawk technique will be the tool for the job. Rather than blunder into a mob of nasties, you're better off pulling a few at a time from a safe distance. Defeat every enemy on the field and I'll consider your lesson learned. What's that one? Yes. No. Yes, let's go. You see how easy it was to split up that big nasty mob? The situation don't always allow it, but often there's a better strategy than charge. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the field of battle. Oh. No gear. 910. Yeah, this one will give me the cool looking gear. Listen up, Novice! Fuck, I almost dropped my phone on the floor. For this exercise, you'll learn to deal with reinforcement. Sometimes they're latecomers to the battle, so you've got to stay alert. If you notice a few foe arrive, don't give in to panic. Keep calm and pick the enemy up with your usual tools. Are they too far away for a combination? Then reel them in with Tomahawk. And once you've got everyone nice and close, you can switch to Overpower to keep that enmity flowing. Defeat every enemy on the field and I'll consider your lesson learned. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. Let's go. Let's get it done. Hello. You shit. Oh, I need to find some as well. Sloppy, but it's fine. I'm not very good at the Tomahawk stuff. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Lovely stuff. Right. See. So we've got brand new, and then this one is the only one we haven't got yet, isn't it? Yeah. Not that you can tell, but definitely looks better. Definitely looks better. Can we do the next one? Yeah, we can. Let's just carry on then. Whoa. This is it, the final exercise. As the culmination of your training, all the skills you've learned will be put to the test. Breathe deep and remember your lessons, and you'll do fine. Let me know when you're ready to begin. Yes, let's do it. Come here, you little shits. Oh, I need to go. My bad. Congratulations on completing my course, lad. Here's something to mark the occasion. Ooh, a ring! Okay, so did we not get the helmet? Not get a helmet? Or am I being dumb? Yeah, no, we didn't get one, did we? I also haven't changed my axe. Do that. Use that one yet. No, I can't use that one at all. It's not for me. When did I get that? As your level rises, you will face greater combat challenges with a manner of dangerous enemy attacks. These exercises are designed to arm you with the knowledge you'll need to survive. Upon completing them, you'll receive the Neophyte Ring, which increases EXP earned by 30% until level 60. Okay. Yeah, so we've done all of novice training we can do at this point. So I think this is probably a good place to call it. I will carry on with the main story quest and the other marauder quest next time. I'll probably go back to the main story quest because I think these go up in like level 5s, like 5 levels at a time, whereas the main quest goes up in like 1 level. So we're now behind on this. But yeah, that will do for today. Thank you for watching. I've got my new fit. I'm very happy with it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!